Hi, ladies. We want to talk about self-love. It's one of those buzzwords that we keep hearing. I think somebody said it's like the word of 2019.
Really?
Yes.
Does not surprise me.
Self-love.
See it everywhere.
Yeah. And so Krista and I have been doing a lot of chatting about self-love and what that means. And we're actually, this month when we're videoing this happens to be we're launching a sale that's called Love Yourself. But we wanted to dive into what does that even mean? What is self-love? And Krista had shared with me that she saw this Instagrammer who was selling this program about self-love. And we were just like, oh, no, that is not what self-love is. So Krista, tell us the story a little bit.
Well, I had just been thinking all about it, and I shared with Tracy. She basically was diet shaming and saying you don't need a diet. You don't need to lose weight. You just need to love yourself. And love yourself the way you are. It doesn't matter. And it's true. It doesn't matter. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve yourself and finding self-love that way. I think my own experience, I was telling Tracy, I'm more comfortable than ever now, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I lost all the baby weight,
Yes.
that I'm comfortable in my skin, and that's helped me develop my self-love.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's about confidence, and that's one of the things that we want the most. For every client that comes into our program, we want them to leave our program a little bit more confident in themselves, and that's so much bigger than a weight loss thing. To me, it's confident that you can do something hard. I always like to talk about keeping that promise to yourself, whereas like a lot of times we can promise like our friends something, like I can say, Krista, I'll be there for you, I promise. And if I make her a promise, I'm going to do it. However, we can make these, vague goals and promises to ourselves all the time and not follow through with them. And to me, following through is saying that you're going to do something and sticking it out to the end. That's self-love, because once you get over that hump and you see how much you've been able to accomplish, it empowers you. Like, what can I do next? I'm unstoppable. Right. So I love when people talk about, big accomplishments, goals that they have made, and how it was so hard, but they did it anyway. And this process is hard. It's not, and we are not in this to make women just look better in a bikini. To us, that's a secondary motivator at this point. We want women to say, understand the consequences of your choices. Understand that you don't have to feel guilty about eating certain foods. You can eat in moderation. You can enjoy life and feel more confident at the end of the day. That's kind of how I feel with macros. If at the end of the day, when I've hit my numbers, I go to sleep thinking I did it again.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to add about self-love?
Gosh, I think we covered everything.
We covered it. That's it. We want you to be proud of how far you have come, whether that's you've been in our program for a week and you've done it for a week, or you've been with us for 2 years, because those little accomplishments over the way you have to celebrate, because you'll just start building more and more confidence over time.